Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm doing a review on the Vali Sports Lancer headgear and no foul protector. So check it out. Hey guys, Carlo here, and today I'm doing a review on the Vali Sports Lancer cheek protector headgear as well as the Lancer no foul protector. The no foul protector retails for $58. The cheek guard headgear retails for $72. You can get this as a matching set, including the gloves in 4 different colorways. I got mine in the aqua blue, kind of a teal colorway. They also have it in oxblood red and black and white. Sizing wise, I went with medium for the no foul protector. You can get it anywhere between small, medium, large, or extra large. And then there's 2 sizes for the headgear, small, medium like I have here, and then I have a large, extra large as well. Now, I've had this sparring set for a couple of months now, part of my rotation that I've been using during my training, and have a pretty good kind of idea of how these perform, what these are good at, and what are the opportunities I see with this sparring set. And I also do have the Lancer boxing gloves, although I got that in the oxblood colorway, so a little bit of a different colorway, but essentially the same boxing gloves that are supposed to go along together with the rest of the Lancer sparring set. So let's go ahead and start off with the no foul protector. It's made of full genuine leather construction, manufactured in Pakistan. Has about 15 millimeters thickness of medium density foam padding, so about 1/4 inch. One thing I didn't like about this no foul protector is when I got it in the mail, it already had this crease in the foam. So it was already bent in the mail. And that's something you also have to be careful with if you put this in your gym bag, is when you put it in there, you're gonna kind of fold it up. That way you can kind of put it in the bag. And again, it's more of an aesthetics thing, but it might bother you if you do have that permanent bend and crease in that foam. So you can see it kind of just flops over there, but something I figured I'd show you guys. The leather on here has kind of a glossy finish to it. It does say Vali on the front. You can see the stitching looks pretty solid throughout the entire no foul protector. The top of the no foul protector also has white piping, and the rear closure is a Velcro strap with the elastics on the side. The bottom portion, you have a plastic cup that is stitched in and integrated into the bottom of the groin protector, and it has a good amount of padding around it as well. Again, about 15 millimeters of padding. The inside fabric and liner that faces your body is a really nice smooth microfiber suede, so I definitely like that. It's a little bit of a bubble there in the foam, and again, it's very comfortable the way it feels. You'll notice that this does not have wings on it. So the one thing I do like about this no foul protector is the fact that when you crouch or you're bobbing and weaving underneath shots, you don't have the wings there that pushes up on your hips and kind of lifts this no foul protector up higher into your torso. So I definitely like that. The lower portion has the leather straps with the elastic that connects to the bottom portion. You have this little opening right here, this little loop that the elastic goes through, and that obviously goes underneath your legs to keep everything nice and snug. One thing about this is the sizing. I would say that this is a no foul protector that I would go 1 size down than you typically would. I usually get size medium when it comes to these groin protectors, and this one felt a little bit loose on me. So if I were to do it all over again, I would definitely get this in small, just because I want to feel a little bit more snug and a little bit closer to my body. And this did a decent job, but I still feel that it was a little bit loose. And one thing you'll notice is that the Velcro strap on the back, you know, you don't have that much leeway in terms of making it tighter. You really only have the length of that pad. So you can make it looser or you can make it tighter, but basically by just putting the Velcro really close together. But even then, at its closest setting, it still felt a little bit loose around my waist. And then even if you do that, then you have this large portion of exposed Velcro that just kind of dangles there because it has nothing to connect to. So again, I would recommend going a size down. I felt like this groin protector felt a little bit loose, but overall, Really pleased with the performance. Extremely lightweight. Doesn't really feel like you have anything on. I'd say that the Achilles heel of this is going to be the rear closure, and the sizing being a little bit on the large side. So that's the no foul protector. Not bad for 58 bucks. Full genuine leather construction, relatively lightweight. I think if they just get the sizing down a little bit better, then it'd be a much better no foul protector in my opinion. Now the headgear looks really familiar. I know what you're thinking. It looks like another kind of winning, you know, FG 2900 style headgear, and I know a lot of companies use that kind of as their benchmark. Obviously Vali's using the same kind of template with the raised cheeks, but same kind of leather as a no foul protector. Has kind of that nice shine to it. You have the Vali logo on the forehead, raised cheek protectors. The top of the crown has a lace adjustment. I do love lace adjustments. I'm not a big fan of Velcro, and they use Velcro on the back. Not a fan of that at all. I adjusted mine based on the size of my head. So the lace is going to be for the depth. The back portion is going to be for the circumference of your head. And I'm just not a fan of Velcro. Then you also have this exposed Velcro right here. So depending on the size of your head, mine's adjusted to the size. So now this is exposed and it's really rough. So, you know, depending on, in the middle of sparring, you know, there's a lot of movement, and you might come up and the back of your head might come and scrape your partner or your sparring partner, or maybe they're punching at you and you put your head down and their arm kind of goes across the back of your head, a glancing shot, and then they'll scrape their arm. So I'm not a fan of Velcro at all when it comes to sparring equipment in general, and to me they should have just done a lace closure in the back. Vali logo right there. You do have the ear donuts on the side with the bar. You have that crossbar that's, I'd say maybe about 3/4 of an inch. The ear donuts are about an inch in thickness of really dense foam, and that is on both sides, so you do have that ear donut right there. The cheek protector, I'd say right here is a good inch to an inch and a half in thickness. The outside foam is more dense than the inner foam that faces against your skin, or rests against your skin. So you have the foam throughout the entire forehead and temple area. That's the same thickness, about an inch to inch and a half in thickness throughout the entire headgear. And then the inside liner uses this mesh liner that is really good at wicking away moisture, and number two, keeping the headgear from sliding around on your head once you start getting sweatier. The bottom chin strap is Velcro. Would have liked to see a quick clip system, but it is Velcro, and it just slides through that little D-ring right there and connects on. So let's go ahead and put this on so you guys can get a visual and give you guys my take on how it fits. So putting the headgear on, the first thing you'll notice is that at first it's kind of a stiff headgear, and it takes several rounds of sparring, getting your head punched in and landing shots on it to really soften the inside foam up. So it is a little bit on the stiff side. And just to show you guys right there, I'm gonna go ahead and put on the chin strap. So this chin strap is connected, and again, it would have been nice to have something to kind of keep the end of the strap connected to the headgear rather than it just kind of just dangling like that. So with it on, it's a perfect size for my head. I got the sizing correct. The cheek protectors do a really good job. They're a little bit raised up, but if you do take a shot straight into your face, into your nose, you will feel it, especially if they're thrown with any kind of power. You know, the cheek protectors will do their job of kind of reducing the amount of force that's going to be hitting your nose, but you still will get hit in the nose. So for those of you that are wondering, am I going to get hit in the nose? Will I make any contact? Yes. So if you're looking at not doing that, then I would get yourself a face saver or a nose bar headgear, because you definitely will get hit in the nose with this. Visibility is actually really good. So as far as my peripheral vision, looking left and right, up and down, it has a good size opening so where I can see everything. Shots that come down upwards, like uppercuts, anything that's coming this way, you have a good enough opening right here so you can actually see the shots coming. If you're in your boxing stance and you have that peripheral, you can still see the cheek protectors, but I mean, that's pretty much any headgear that has this style cheek protector on there. But overall, the visibility is pretty good. The sizing of the ear donuts is perfect. My ear sits right on the inside. of the ear donuts. So in terms of sizing and the actual dimensions, it fits my head nicely. The back of the headgear I wish was a lace-up one, and then I also wish that this cutout was a little bit higher up. So when I actually lift my head up and I look upwards, the back of this pad right here kind of digs into the lower portion of my neck and my shoulder. So again, I feel like you should just go with lace-up, because you're just going to pre-adjust the headgear to the shape of your head anyways. So it's pretty much on and off when you do that. So I definitely wish that it didn't have that Velcro. To me, it's just an opportunity that they could fix. And I mean, the padding on the back is good. You can see it's about 1.5 inches of padding on the back of the head. So if you do get a rapid punch, you get a good amount of padding on the back of the head. So that is a big bonus. But again, just not a fan of this whole thing right here. Just go with lace up and call it good. Again, same thing with the chin strap. Wish there was something on this side once you have it connected to kind of hold the strap down. Positioning of the chin strap too is pretty good. That's something I didn't mention, is when you put it on, it sits a little further back than I would have liked. If it was pushed up a little bit closer this way, directly underneath the chin, it'd be a little bit more comfortable. I mean, it's not directly on my neck or on my throat. It's kind of in the halfway point between my chin as well as my throat. It's kind of like right in here. So when I look down, I could definitely feel the strap kind of dig into my throat a little bit. So I wish it was kind of pushed forward just a little bit to be a little bit more directly underneath my chin. So I would say the shining points of this headgear is definitely going to be the visibility, a good amount of protection for a cheek protector headgear with the raised cheeks. I like the liner because it does a good job of keeping the headgear from moving on your head, especially once you start getting sweaty. I do like the top lace crown adjustment. I just don't like the rear Velcro closure. The positioning of the chin strap could be a little bit better as well. And the foam is a little bit on the stiff side. It does take a little bit of breaking in. So overall, a decent headgear. I mean, at the price point, depending on the color and size you get, I think it's anywhere between $68 to $72. Not a bad price point. But you know, based on what is out there, if I was gonna do it all over again, I would get a headgear that has that rear lace-up closure, because I feel like this headgear is almost like incomplete. I feel like they could re-release this and use the other features I think are better than what they currently have with this, and it to me would be a much better headgear. Quick clip system, reposition the chin strap, and I think it would be golden. But as it sits right now, even at the price point of $72, I would probably spend $10, $20 more or around the same price and get myself like the Ringside Apex or the Ultralight, or something in that range that is kind of the same price, but fits my head better and is more convenient to use and has better positioning on the head. So if you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you guys leave them down below in the comments box. I'll put the link in the description box where you can find these Vali Sports Lancer headgear as well as their no-foul protector. And I'll see you guys later. Take care.